Hi, this is On and On and On.
Jamie Boy Blue.
And together we are father and son Footy. We just watched Chelsea dismantle Noah in the, what's it called? Conference League.
8-0. I was watching that. I told my mom. We guessed the scores. I said 4-1. She said 3-1. 3-0.
If you add both of those up, you'd be close.
But it ended up 8-0. Mudryk scored a fantastic.
You know what immediately springs to mind? People told us, Maresca, chess, tactics, boring, slow. My word, the team is playing with a bit between their teeth. They're really going for it. There's an energy
Maresca looked like he
everything
didn't
we
want
do.
this to happen. He wanted a slow game, only like 4-0. But our players is like,
I like how slow is 4, yeah? Anyway, you're going.
And our players is not let us score every 10 minutes.
So let's what do you think created these goals? Let's have a little analysis of the game.
Guyu.
Okay,
Guyu
so what did Guyu do? Let's start with him. Pressure. Great stuff. I agree with you. I think that the way that our team is geared up to change positions at the top of the pitch to create when the other team is in possession, we often create again all the time. Maresca likes to flood numbers. Okay, Tuchel did it. He liked to create an overlap with numbers, but he did it in a completely different way. Maresca likes doing it with just adding numbers, right? So what he did was in the press, Guyu was incredible, wasn't he? He was full of energy, was running after the balls here, there, everywhere.
His slide tackle.
Ooh-wee. Okay, so tell him how that goal happened.
Which one?
That slide tackle goal.
So 21, the defenders that gave us 4 goals.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, buddy. He had the ball, he was running with it slowly, and Guyu just came super fast, slide tackled him. It went to Enzo. Enzo did a perfect pass to Felix, and he's had to tap it in.
Yes, so you see how those are immediate numbers, right? Immediate numbers in the front pitch, flooding the front, closing down those channels of passes, and closing those channels of passes and the cat again. Just forget it, Jamie. It's fine. The green dot of doom. So what I'm saying is, there were a lot of those errors, but it's not by mistake. We were forcing those errors by putting a lot of pressure, closing down those passing channels. No. Closing down those channels. Sorry, guys, the cat's eating the cables, and we can't have lighting with no cables going. So if we go back to it, right? At the top of the pitch, lots of energy. That was also aided. You mentioned our center attacking midfielder. Tell us more about Felix's performance.
2 assists, 3.
Yeah, look.
3 assists
the stats are
and 2 goals.
We haven't checked. The game just finished, right? Yeah, go
on. He was very creative. He definitely woke up.
Silky smooth
Our entire
passing,
team, both of them, were in the first 3 minutes, did not wake up whatsoever. After that, we woke up. They were still sleeping for the entire game.
What about our wingers?
Mudryk, that screamer.
Wow. Goal of the match, mate. Wow. So Mudryk comes in, runs into the middle from
Lamine
the
Yamal against France.
This boy's starting to like Lamine Yamal too much, but it's okay. Lamine Yamal's incredible. But what I'm saying is, ran in, and just slotted it to the top right corner. And then he stands, Eric Cantona style. He just stands and does this.
Pretty good.
It was brilliant. It was absolute class. What an important part of the Conference League and the Cups, allowing Mudryk to get time, to gain that confidence. Look, him and Nkunku, they've not yet been so good for us in the league, but it's coming. It's coming.
Actually, Nkunku against Man United, he played pretty well in his 10 minutes that he played.
Yeah, look, I think he created chances there against United, but he wasn't clinical with the finishing. He also had an opportunity there, and this has been the difference. You got to take chances in life and in football. Football is life, and you have to take your chances when they come. So, how about Tyreek George on the right? Mini Noni. What about Mini Noni? What do you think about him?
The weakest attacker.
What Nonino? I like it. Okay, what about our little Nonino?
He was the weakest attacker in the 4-5 even.
Okay, in the start he was making really good runs.
Yeah, but after that,
was creating a lot of space.
After the first 30 minutes, he was shit in their game.
So he's a kid, all right? He's a kid. You can still see that the transition from the under-21 game to the adult
striker,
game.
the
Rakisaki.
Yeah, Rakisaki.
Well, we'll get to Rakisaki in a sec. So he gave an option. He played well. In the first few minutes, he did a little lovely shimmy down the line, but he passed it too hard to Felix, who fluffed an open goal. But immediately made it back by scoring a great couple of goals. But so anyway, I thought Tyreek George was industrious. I thought he ran a lot. His decision making still not perfect. He's a kid, but he
Enzo.
All in all, good. Yeah. Enzo, the most improved player. The fact that he was taken off on halftime makes me think that maybe we're going to see him against Arsenal. It was very clear to me that Enzo is a creative force in midfield, pushing us forward. He does
all of his crosses were successful.
Well. You know, Maresca talked about this in the last interview he had, and he said, well, you know, when Enzo goes forward, that gives us a great option forward, but it leaves us a bit exposed in the back. Look, we'll see what happens with Enzo, but you thought he had a good game?
Yeah.
I thought he had a great game. I thought he had a great game too. Let's move on. Who else?
Disasi and
Badiashile.
And Tosin. They were the main
Tosin
defenders.
Started the scoring, like you said, Fernandez. Every corner was a goal with a header from defense. Towering defenders, played very well.
They should be our starting defenders. In corners, they should be our two defenders. They can smash it in, not like Fofana that missed a open, like pretty much net that hit the post.
Which brings me to Jorgensen. They had many chances. It's not that Noah didn't have chances. Noah came and they played a brave game, and hats off to them. But Jorgensen was there. They got into positions. The defense was good, but we let them get into positions from which better strikers would perhaps score. So Jorgensen, what do you think about his performance?
All he did was the only thing he needs to do is just save stuff.
Well, he's a goalie. So he saved
He didn't really need to do any. I didn't see his best technique.
Sorry.
I didn't see his kicking that much.
Oh, no, actually, I saw really good distribution. He didn't go far. He didn't go too long, but his distribution...
it was good, but not, like, far. That's what I wanted to see. Like,
okay, so, all right. So I think that our distribution from the back was far improved. Could it be because of the level of opposition? Perhaps. But the distribution... Could it be because
we're not playing people like Manchester United?
Well, that's what I said, the level of opposition. We agree. I thought the distribution from the back was so much better. We always found that open man on the diagonal. So it was 1, 2, 3 diagonal. So you pull them in. Again, with this style of football, you use space. You make the pitch as big as you can when you got possession. So as soon as we got possession, our two center backs went wide, and our two left and right backs went all the way to the lines. Yeah. So that created a lot of space. So often you'd see somebody from midfield come all the way back to open up an avenue. Usually the center attacking midfield, in this case, Felix.
But after the 8th goal from Nkunku, the game's quiet. Except for...
After the...
8th
goal at the 80th minute.
He could have scored 2.
Okay, so let's talk about the subs. All right. So who sub? Oh, by the way, Vega had a bit of a shaky game at first.
But he got himself back.
Yeah, solid. Not remarkable. Solid.
Not good. Not bad.
So that brings us to the substitutions. First of all, we had Kieran Dewsbury. Kieran Dewsbury Hall. What did you think of his performance?
Poop of the poop with the poops.
Oh, come on, man. He ran his socks off.
He gave us a penalty.
To very little.
And he gave us a penalty.
And he gave us a penalty.
So good. So mid.
Exactly. I agree much more. And the sense of
sitters.
your feeling.
He had sitters. He didn't take them.
The sense of the emotion of what you're expressing, I agree with. You can't not feel disappointed with him and for him.
We gave him so many chances.
And he'll keep on getting them. He has the talent. He works hard. He runs hard. He works hard for the money. There used to be a song by Donna Summer. But the end product and you know, the pressure of trying too hard, it's just like every time he gets into that position, and he just isn't. You're tired. I will look up earlier. Loving football from Australia is tough, but we're in and we're in and we're in. So
the Arsenal game is at 2:30 a.m.
So Kieran Dewsbury Hall missed a lot of chances. His talent is still not there. He's still not adjusted, but we're going to stick with him. I think he's going to come good. But when? But when? That stuff can't fly against the better teams where you only get one or two chances and entire seasons are decided by one or two chances. Right. Moving on. Who else did we have who came on? We had Casadei. Casadei came on.
Played well.
He
did his part.
Really taking that. He's really, maybe it's the Italian connection, but that boy is a unit. He's big. He's strong. He runs all the way back to get the ball. He has a strong kick on him, a very strong presence. Casadei is
the first time we saw him, he kind of passed the ball to them 7 times, but now he's getting the hang of it in the Prem.
Great stuff, which brings us to Chukwuemeka Carney, another attacking-minded midfielder. So what do you think? How did Carney Chukwuemeka do?
Good but bad.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, he did everything but shoot it.
So you're right, yeah. You know, he got into
he
great
did everything,
positions,
but just he didn't take it.
He had 2 sitters.
The entire goal was staring him in the face, and he hits the post.
And then he had.
And then he dribbled everyone but the keeper, and he passes it right into the keeper. And then Raki's chicken number, or whatever his name is. Freaking the entire goal was staring him in the face. He kicks it over the bar.
Fernandez hit the bar twice. You know what I mean? It was one of them.
He could have shown us that he's a good player and scoring on his debut, first ever time playing for the real Chelsea. He could have shown us how, and he could have scored on his debut, but he was.
You know, I'd rather.
He played well when he got subbed on. He played with the ball well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
he missed his chances.
That's true. Keep on going, Carney. Do not despair. So, but you can see also Maresca's disappointment because Raki Saki and
he just got promoted, so I feel like he's gonna.
They almost scored. This was the game for them. Maresca was disappointed with that because he wanted to give them that moment.
He looked so disappointed at the end of the game. Why are you disappointed? It's 8-0.
You know, you're not. It's respectful. You have to be respectful. And
when Casemiro scored, he celebrated like a normal player.
Casemiro?
When Casemiro scored against Leicester, Van Nistelrooy celebrated like he's a real player in that team.
I see. So that brings us to conclusion. What is your conclusion from this game?
It happened.
Great conclusion. I'll give a little bit more. I think I'll add some words to your very captive sentiment. You can't tell too much because it's a Conference League game against a team that we wiped the floor with. So take it, Chelsea. But good for building confidence. Good for building.
This gives our team confidence to win. Exactly. I think Felix is gonna be playing the next game because Palmer's injured. I know he played 90 minutes, but I still think he can do it. And I think he'll come in with confidence.
Well, it's definitely, we got Arsenal coming in a couple of days. We're going to look out for that one. Thank you.
Keep the blue flag flying high.